As I am reading this, there was an article in yesterday's paper saying that King Charles is not well. Reports spark fresh fears for King Charles' health amid cancer battle. And this is really about trying to get Andrew out of Royal Lodge, and the reports are that the king is trying to get Andrew out of Royal Lodge so that he can have a place for Camilla to live when he is no longer around. So we're just going to do a quick read on that. Is his health bad? Is his health okay? Is his trying to get Andrew out of Royal Lodge to do with his health? I don't know. Armadillo. This is a real protection card. The hard shell of the armadillo keeps him safe. And it's a very tribal card as well. Tribal in the sense of people wanting to preserve a particular way of life. So yes, he could be his actions at the moment could be in an attempt to protect Camilla for the future, but whether or not it's because he's ill or just because anybody with cancer needs to think about their own mortality. I mean, my mum recently had surgery. What are those things? Cataract surgery, and before you go in you have to have this advanced health directive done, which basically means if something goes wrong with your surgery, other people can make medical decisions for you. So yeah, when you're faced with something like that, you are faced with your own mortality. And here, yes, King Charles definitely is thinking about his own mortality. This animal in the glowing stag, that's definitely a spirit of somebody who is, as they say, in spirit, somebody who is across the veil, somebody who's dead. That's a spirit of a of a creature. And here's a person who's still alive, so maybe he is looking towards a time when he's no longer here, and that possibly could be Princess Camilla, and the kind of with the world on her head. He's concerned how she's going to be if he departs this earth before she does. Chameleon, he knows that her role will change. She'll go from being the queen to being the dowager queen, and he is concerned about what will happen to her. How will she be looked after? He wants to put provisions in place now so that people know what his wishes are, like his mother did. His mother put provisions in place. His mother said, I want consort Queen Camilla to be known as Queen Camilla. And this is a very fast-forward movement kind of card. And the person in the back there, that again always strikes me as somebody who is deceased. So I'm not sure if this means that there is going to be a passing away very quickly, or if this means that Charles is still vigorous and his time on the next world is not happening anytime soon. So that's a bit of an enigmatic card. Okay, we're going to turn to the All-Set Egyptian Oracle. Is King Charles's attempts to oust Andrew from Royal Lodge, is that connected to do with his concerns about where Camilla is going to live when he has passed? Creative power. Sun god Ra. Ra was obviously the most powerful god under the old Egyptians. So maybe the king is thinking that at the moment he has all the power, and he does need to put things in place and do something creative at the moment to make sure that his wishes in relation to Camilla are carried out when he is no longer with us. Tell us more about that. Miracle creation. So again, this is power, spiritual, revealing, the sun that reveals all. So again, he's wanting his wishes to be made known now while he's still on earth. I'm still not clear whether or not that means that the Royal Lodge thing has anything to do with what he's trying to achieve. Seek assistance. So maybe this is him letting William know right now what his plans are for the future. still not really getting anything that the Royal Lodge has got anything to do with anything at the moment. Just let me know, is this Royal Lodge, the issue with Andrew and Royal Lodge, is that connected? Great Pyramid, mystery and ceremony. The Great Pyramid was apparently topped with gold. Yeah, so my personal view was that it was unconnected, but this card is really almost, to me, is saying yes, he wants Queen Camilla to be installed into a beautiful home, a stately home, a luxurious place where she will not be disturbed. So that is going towards, yes, there might be some truth to the rumor that he wants to oust Andrew so that he can put Queen Camilla into that lodge. Although, they've got so many different homes. I don't know what's so important about that particular one. Okay, let's ask about the king's health. Is the king more ill than they're letting on? Is he more ill than they're letting on? Imset, air spirit. Air spirit, that can be communications. Communications are not as they might seem. It can also be spirit of somebody who is close to the end of their times. So potentially, is King Charles more ill than the palace is letting on? The Akashic records. Ooh. Yeah, Akashic records are the spiritual records that are kept for each person's lifetime, and they get updated every now and then. And ooh, so this is giving me a bit of chills. This maybe there is something to this, that the king is more ill than what they're letting on. Tell us one more. Is the king more ill than what they're letting on? What do you think? Do you think he is more ill? Do you think he's near his end? Vast joy and pleasure. Maybe he's at the stage where he needs to enjoy his life while he still can. And there's more light being shone on things. Maybe we're going to get to know quite soon. And I, in another reading, I got this, also a pleasure card, and I wondered if there might be some kind of semi-retirement happening quite soon. Okay, what does Andrew think about the king wanting him out of Royal Lodge? What does Andrew think? Oh, Andrew wants to be the center of attention. He wants to be a prominent person. He wants to be seen in good light. He doesn't want this final thing taken away from him. He feels he's lost so much already, and it will diminish his status if Royal Lodge is taken away from him. That's really why he doesn't want to leave there. It's the one thing that gives him a bit of status. So he doesn't not want to leave there because he feels it gives him at least a little bit of status. It says here, powerful energy shift. He feels that if he leaves Royal Lodge, he will become even more inconsequential, and he will be seen as even more inconsequential. So he really does not want to leave Royal Lodge just because of the status it gives him, and the sort of status within the royal family and outside of the royal family, and he perceives his role in the pecking order. Candy cane angel, it's time for a treat. He feels that the Royal Lodge is something that his mother said he could have. He could stay there until his dying day, and that was something that the late great Queen Elizabeth gave him as a little treat, and he doesn't want that taken away from him. And it's also in a way a connection that he has to his mother, and he doesn't want that taken away from him either. So, and the very underlying energy, mildew fairy. Clean up time. Well, isn't there's rumors that the Royal Lodge is not kept in very good state, that it needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be fixed up. So the upkeep of the lodge might be the thing that gets him ousted in the end. Thank you very much for listening. Please remember to like if you do and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps out the channel. Bye for now.